brand new today. We've been talking about this one throughout the show, and I'm so excited to tell you all about it. This is the two-piece Russian Sage Blue Spire live plant. Featured price of this $25.98 and 5 easy payments of $5.20. This is going to add so much color, so much vibrancy to your garden. It is going to grow 36 inches to 40 inches tall and 30 to 36 inches wide, giving you beautiful volume, beautiful blooms in that sort of lavender-ish color. Now, it's called a Blue Spire, but it's kind of a purple to me, right, Barbara?
Yeah, it is definitely this purpley blue, and I was so fortunate that somebody introduced me to this breeder grower of the Blue Spire. And a little background, I just learned the other day, I didn't even know that he did this, but he designed many of the gardens in New York. Have you gone on the new High Line?
Oh, of course. It's amazing.
I just couldn't believe he designed many of the gardens there. So he really is like, he lives and breathes gardening, and he bred this Russian Sage Blue Spire. And this is set apart from so many others because this color, it doesn't fade out in the sun. It holds its color like no other one that I have ever seen. It is also, this variety is heat resistant, drought tolerant, pest resistant, and will even do well in poor soil conditions.
Wow.
Now, this is going to bloom, get this, all summer long. I just can't believe we're getting 3 months of bloom for one of the most beautiful sage plants. And Steve, yes, the color is beautiful, but I love the earthy, herby fragrance of the sage. And it's almost, our court manager, Chris, who also is my QVC backup, he said, you know what it smells like, Barb? If you took the herb sage and the herb lavender and you rub them together, the combination of the scent is spectacular. Also, he bred these stems. I can't remember if I said this. He bred the stems to be super strong. Many sage will go over and break in the wind. This one has a super strong stem, and it's going to get to be about 36 to 40 inches tall, and they're going to love those sunny areas that will even take some part shade. But the butterflies and the songbirds are going to flip over this sage. It's such a gorgeous look in the garden.
It's so beautiful.
And you're getting 2.
I love the way it sort of grows in, it kind of like sprouts like up and out.
Yeah.
I think that is very cool. Like even just that look alone, I think is really, really special. But then just the sort of tips then become this sort of ombre of these beautiful colors that is really, really special. And Barbara, we've actually seen a couple of blue pieces in this show, and blue is not really common in the world of florals, right?
You are so right. It is very difficult to find blue plants. When you find one that's going to bloom all summer long, you're going to get 3 months of bloom. When you find one that is also fragrant, that's incredible. When you find this sage that is unlike other varieties that I have used and found, this sage just rose to the top for us because of the super strong stems and the color. The color stays that beautiful blue, and it doesn't fade out year after year. So you're going to get an abundance of flowers on these really tall, straight up stems that maybe you're going to edge a border in. Or maybe you're going to put them in containers, but they are a magnet for butterflies as well. So we're giving you some great things that if you want to attract the pollinators, this whole show has some really great ones. But we love our special plants and ones that are easy to grow, and this is another one of those. And it's going to grow, Steve, in so many different areas of the country. It's going to take really cold winters, like -30-degree winters, but it'll also take the heat and
Great.
like in areas mid-Florida, it's
Uh-huh.
going to really do well too because it's heat and drought tolerant, which makes it really low maintenance. So I can't imagine anyone that wouldn't want this in their garden. It's really, really beautiful. And taking a few cuttings and making a floral arrangement is also pretty special with this plant.
Absolutely. And people are hearing you loud and clear, Barbara, because they are picking up more than one as we speak. And this is brand new today at this amazing featured price of $25.98. So people are really taking advantage of that price point, especially because these are so very cool and unique. And the fact that, you know,
Yeah.
they can grow all over our beautiful country here and create blooms all season long. That's really, really special. And we always talk about like attracting the butterflies, the hummingbirds, the bees. Like these are our friendly little friends that are not always that popular in a lot of gardens. You know, you don't see them often, and we certainly want to create those moments to feed them so they can continue to create many memories for generations to come. So when you bring something special into your garden that's a pollinator, you're giving back in a way, because you're really kind of saying, here you are, Mother Earth, go on, everyone feast away, right?
Yummy, and there's going to be plenty of flowers for them to feast on. So much color. This plant is so vibrant in that beautiful blue. Again, drought tolerant, heat tolerant, but also the naughty pests that will come in and really bother some of your other plants tend to leave this alone. I don't know if it's that scent that they don't like about it. I think I've heard with deer and bunny the same thing when it has that earthy, sagey herb lavender scent.
Sure.
That is going to keep the deer from loving it. So the bunnies aren't going to love it, but you're going to love it from the foliage, from the bottom of the ground, all the way to the top of the flower. The foliage has this unique design to it. It is so pretty. The flowers are this gorgeous blue, and it's going to bloom all summer long. 3 months of bloom, really low maintenance. Steve, even at the end of the season, you do not have to do anything to it.
Wonderful.
You can trim it if you want like a neater look in your garden. So you can trim it to 2 inches above. But I'm that lazy gardener that says, it looks great, I'm leaving it alone. I'm going to go on to something else that needs attention. These don't need a lot of attention, but they are going to give you that abundance of flowers and color and fragrance that is spectacular.
So beautiful. I mean, imagine just grabbing a few clips of these and bringing them into a vase in your home. And I mean, that's going to look like just such a luxury moment that, you know, you're going to, you'd pay a lot of money for florals in the floral shops or the grocery stores, but now you can create those beautiful moments in your home when you plant something like this in your garden. This is that 2-piece Russian Sage Blue Spire live plant, featured price of $25.98 and 5 easy payments of $520. Item M89507. Now, earlier on in the show, we were talking about